Good evening, everybody. Welcome again to a new session. This is Mr. Abdulwahab Jamal, saluting all of you. Today we are going to deal with Unit 1 Life Choices, Grade 12 Syrian Scientific Section. It is also the Literature section. Today we are going to deal with the part of vocabulary, and we are going to talk about the word families and the phrasal verbs. Now, in the lesson breakdown, we talked about the meaning of the word family and the phrasal verbs. Word family, as we said, it's the part of the word. If you want to derive the nouns, the adjectives, the verbs, and the adverbs from the same verb, from the same base word, from the same root, if you wish to say. So, for example, we have the word aspire, we have the word aspiration, we have the word apt. Okay, this is a type or an example of derivatives, and the skill is to derive those words correctly, the nouns, the adjectives, the verbs, and the adverbs. Number two, to recognize the phrasal verbs, and we said that phrasal verbs are two or three words, two or more words, which include a verb. So a verb followed by a preposition or a verb followed by an adverb. Like, for example, look up, look into, look at. And how to know that this is a phrasal verb? We said that the verb itself, it has a meaning, and when the verb will come or attach with an adverb or a preposition, it will have another meaning. Do you understand what I mean? So the verb itself alone, the word look, it has a meaning. When the verb like look comes with a preposition, it has another meaning, like look up. Look up, it means to search or to find the meaning of the word. Okay, and we are going to analyze or to practice a worksheet on the words or the vocabulary related to the text. Which text? That text. Okay, the text of future careers, the text of Unit 1. We read the text, we analyzed it, we said that it has 4 paragraphs. The first paragraph is talking about the relationship between the father or the parents and the students and the children, and how should they monitorizing or choosing the career path for their children. And number 2, we talked about the aptitude or the factors, for example, of choosing a career for the children. We talked about that challenge as well in paragraph number 3. What are the difficulties when you choose a career path? And number 4, if you remember, we talked about the importance of backing up or not to demotivate your children when they decide for a career path. And we give an example of the researchers and how they supporting the children, and some solutions, for example, like aptitude tests or guided activities in order to make a self-reflection. Now let's move to those activities which I extracted. Okay, part 1, word families. Complete these sentences with the correct form of the words in brackets. I gave you the base word, and I will ask you to derive a word family from the base word or from the root word. Is it a noun? Is it an adjective? Is it a is it an adverb, or is it a verb? Okay, is it a noun? Is it an adjective? Is it a verb, or is it an adverb? So it relates to the grammatical form, let's say, the word class found inside the sentence. Number 1, the variety of available options allows for decisions to be made. Okay, what's the word? I need the word vary, and we have to choose the correct word. For varying, if you wish to say, varying decisions to be made. For varying decisions. Number 2. The, something related to real, of the plan is now certain and everyone can proceed with confidence. The, is it reality or realize? The reality of the plan or the realize? The realize, and you can say the realization, by the way. Okay, if you have to say the realization of the plan is now certain and everyone can proceed with confidence. By the way, I took the words from the text. Do you understand me? I took the words from the text. I took those words, okay? Vary, real, decide, accomplish, guide, and so on. Okay, but I chose or I changed or I took another sentences. We made an important decide when we finalize the details of the contract. Is it decision or decisive? What do you think? Important decision. Okay. After months of hard work, her accomplish of finishing the project early was truly impressive. Her accomplishment. Accomplishment. We are still in nouns, by the way. I sought professional. I'm seeking. I was seeking. I sought. It's the past of seek. I sought professional something in the area of personal finance. Is it guide or guidance? So professional guidance. 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 In the area of personal finance. His natural for language helped him become fluent in several within a year. His natural, same word, aptitude, aptitude, the same noun. 7. The of the weather patterns in the region has been quite noticeable this year. Sway. The swaying, if you wish to say. The swaying of the weather patterns in the region has been quite noticeable this year. The coaches helped boost the team moral before the big match. Motivate. The coach's motivations, that's a noun, or motivation if you wish to say, because it's plural, it's singular. So the coach's motivation helped boost the team's moral before the big match. Number 9, the constant pressure at work has led to significant amount of among the staff demotivation. Demotivation. The company's offer of was very generous considering the industry standards. Remunerate, and I need the noun, remuneration. Remuneration. All of these words are extracted from the text. Okay? They are extracted from the text. I took the whole words, all of them, from the text, and I put them in the noun forms. Now, it's easy because you can read it from the text and you can use dictionary, for example, or the lesson breakdown, which we made yesterday. Now we will go to question 2. That's a challenge. Word family matching. Match each base word with its correct word form, like noun, verb, adjective, or adverb. Okay? It's fill in the gap, by the way. You have just to continue. So, is it either to have, for example, the noun, the verb, the adjective, the adverb form, and you will put them in the correct one, or you will write them using your own words and language, and that's knowledge, sorry, and that's what I prefer. I prefer you write them using your own words, using your own knowledge. So the word vary, that's the base word. The noun of it is varying, or variety if you wish to say. Okay, variety. Verb, it's the same, vary. By the way, you can write variety or variation if you wish to say. Yes, you can. You have more than one, it's okay. Adjective, varied and varies. And adverb, you can say variably. Okay, variably. Variable, variably. You can say here variable as wish. Real. The noun from real is reality. The verb is realize. The adjective is real, same as the verb. And the adverb, you can say really. Yeah, I can accept it really. I'm moving now. Okay. Decide, the noun is decision. We know it. Decision. Correct. And the verb to decide. To decide. And the adjective decisive. And the adverb decisively, if you will take the adjective and you will add the ly. Decisively. Accomplish, the verb, sorry, the noun accomplishment. accomplishment. All of these words should be written, by the way, should be practiced on the spelling, so you will not make any spelling mistakes in your writing. Be careful to this. You have to repeat each word at least 10 times to remember or to practice on the spelling. The verb is the same, accomplish or accomplished. It's okay. Accomplished, accomplish. And the adjective, accomplished. We need to capitalize it. And the adverb, accomplishingly, accomplishingly, accomplishingly. We can use it, yes, in that type, accomplishingly. Or the processor didn't accept it, but it is okay to be used. Accomplishingly. Guide, the noun is guidance. The verb is to guide. The adjective, guided. The adverb is guidingly, if you used to say. Guidingly. No, not glidingly. Guidingly. Guidingly. You can say guiding or guidingly. And then aptitude, the noun is the same, aptitude. I don't think we have a verb. There is no verb, aptitude. The adjective is apt, and the adverb is aptly. Sway, it's the same for the verb, and swayed for the adjective. Excuse me, sway for the verb as well. We swayed. I've been swayed by. You can say swaying, by the way, but there is no adverb. Motivate, the verb is, the noun, sorry, is motivation. The verb is to motivate. The adjective is motivated. And the adverb, just add the ly to the noun, so it is motivationally. Motivationally, let's write it with each other. Motivationally. Motivationally, if you wish to say. I think it's that one. Yes, motivationally. Excellent. Demotivate, it's the same like motivate, but you will add just the demotivation. Demotivate. Demotivated. Can you see? And motivationally, I will add the demotivationally, and it is demotivationally. Ah, he wrote it in German. Okay, now it's okay, no problem. Demotivationally, or demotivatingly, if you wish to say. Demotivatingly. demotivatingly. Demotivating, and just add the ly. And remuneration or remunerate, it is remuneration. That's the noun. The verb is the same, remunerate. Remunerate. The adjective is remunerative. Remunerative. And as far as I know, I don't have an adverb. As far as I know, I don't have an adverb. Because I can't say remuneratively. 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 I don't think we'll have an adverb. So that was the derivative or the word family from the base words vary, real, decide, accomplish, guide, aptitude, sway, motivate, demotivate, and remunerate. All of these can be found inside the text of Unit 1, Reading Future Careers. I extracted all of them and I made the word families. Now we will go to part 2. Part 2 is the phrasal verbs. Identify the phrasal verbs, read the following sentences and fill in the correct phrasal verbs, then match each phrasal verb with the meaning. Where are the phrasal verbs, mister? I didn't put the phrasal verbs because they are already inside the text. But I helped you, dear student, how? I gave you the preposition and I left the verb to you. So I put here to, I put with, I put into, I put with. If you something any, you will know it, and I put with. So I need you, please, to just read the text and remember. Read the sentence and try to know. The company decided to, I can remind you, by the way, of some of the phrasal verbs found in the text. Reach out, fit in, get into, follow through, run into, keep up. Okay, these are the 6. Okay, I will write now here. The company decided to the local community to offer their support after the natural disaster. To start something and continue doing it, it is to follow with, follow through, my bad. Follow through to the local, it's important, community. It's difficult, number 2, it's difficult for him to with the new team because they don't share the same interest. It's difficult for him to understand or to deal with them. So, to reach out. Please remember, we don't have a rule for these. You have to memorize them. They are arbitrary. You have to practice on them. You have to understand the contextual meaning. Okay? And then you have to fill in. Number 3, he into a new hobby recently. Okay, he find himself in something. So, he fit in. Okay? He fit in. He fit in into a new hobby recently and he's enjoying it a lot. If you any problem with your assignment, please let me know immediately. It is run into. If you run into, if you find out, if you face any problem. I skipped one. Number 4, the manager emphasized the importance of ensuring that we with the objectives of the project. To go with, to move on, to get into. Okay, to get into. To get into with. By the way, remember that using the phrasal verbs is an informal way of rewriting the sentences. So it is semi-formal, or it is a popular way, or a modern way, or an informal way. So instead of writing the verb, I will write a phrasal verb which has the same meaning. That we get into with the objectives. We have to move on through the objectives. And number 6, to stay competitive, it is crucial that you with the latest developments in the industry. To be up to date with, to keep up with, okay? To keep up with, to be up to date. Now, where are the meanings of them? Okay? I will just take the word and I'll try to put the meaning here. Okay? Stay updated and informed about something. Keep up. Be accepted by other people in group. They like him. He find himself with them. Okay? Reach out. He understands them and he can talk to them. Offer help and support to someone. Okay? If you have any problem, please tell me. Okay? Offer help. Encounter problems. No, encounter problems, that's the run into. My bad. And offer help and support to follow through. And here, to become interested in something, it is to fit in. He found himself. And make sure to finish something successfully. It is to get into. So keep up, stay up to date, be acceptable by the group, to reach out, offer help and support to someone, follow through, encounter problems, to run into, start to become interested in something, to fit in, to make sure to finish something successfully, to get in. Now another question or another activity. Complete the sentences using the correct phrasal verb from the list below. I have these phrasal verbs and you have to fill in the gap with them in order to complete the sentences. 6 sentences by 6 phrasal verbs. The team is. The team is working hard to the project by next Friday. Hard to follow through. Okay. So what about this one? No. So follow through. I understand what you say. Let's write it with each other. Follow through the project, which means to go with the project. As a freelancer, a person who work according to his time at home or through the online, through the net. As a freelancer, it is essential to, with the new clients regularly, to reach out, to deal with, Okay, to reach out. She struggled to with her, to fit in with her new colleagues. I'm trying to running, to get used or to get into. During my vacation, I faced or found or run into run into an older friend from I found, I faced, I met. To succeed, you must, the last one, to keep up your plans. Update your plans despite obstacles, to keep up, to move on, to proceed, to continue. Okay? The last part, and then we have the writing. Mixed vocabulary review. Let's remember with each other. Fill in the blank with the correct word form or choose from the multi-choices. Her. Her, something to travel. The world inspired everyone around her. Her session. It's a noun. He showed great in solving complex problems. He showed great aptitude. The same. Which aptitude? This one or that one? To be honest, both of them, but we will choose the first one because usually it is the noun. Aptitude. Showed a great aptitude. To ensure the success of the event, we need to carefully the team. To carefully guide the team. Okay? To guide the team carefully or to carefully guide the team. A verb. His in the competition was celebrated by everyone. His accomplishment. 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 Both of them, by the way, A and B are correct. I wanted to write accomplishmently here. Okay, anyway. His accomplishment, the noun, in the competition was celebrated by everyone in the event. Number 5, the atmosphere. The motivational. Motivational. The motivational atmosphere, I'm describing the atmosphere by being motivational. An adjective is a word which describes a noun. An adverb is a word which describes a verb, an adverb, or an adjective. Okay? So I'm describing the noun atmosphere, how I have to use an adjective. His should be followed by a noun, so I put accomplishment. Here, I have a verb. Need to, after to you have to put the zero form, guide, to guide. Do you understand how can I choose it? Great, noun. After the adjective great, you have to put a noun. The noun is aptitude. Okay? That's how am I solving them. Her decision. Decision is our noun because her here is the adjective. So her decision. Her is identifying or modifying the noun decision. So where is the noun? Decision is the noun. Number 6. The latest news on the economy was quite, that's an adjective, quite real. Okay? It was real. It's an adjective. Fill in the blanks with the correct phrasal verbs from the from the phrasal verbs which I have. I will make sure to the project until the final stage to guarantee its success. I want to keep up, I want to finish, I want to follow through. Okay, let's see if I can take it. No, so I will write it myself. Follow through. She found it difficult with her colleagues to fit in. We are repeating them, and I hope that you are memorizing all of them. After meeting with the client, I plan to reach out to them, call them, talk to them, meet with them, reach them, or reach to them, reach to them about the feedback we receive. We need to ensure that with the new regulations, we keep up with. He didn't expect his old teacher to see, to find, okay, to meet, to run into his old teacher at the conference, but it was nice surprise. And the last one, I've been trying to get into digital marketing. Get into digital marketing. To deal with, to know about. Get into digital marketing for a while, and I'm finally starting to understand. The last question now, I need you to take those 6 phrasal verbs and those words or derivatives, and I need you to use all of them or some of them inside a writing related to the text. So I prepared a composition writing task. Write a composition of 150 to 200 words about the type of a job that would be ideal for you. In your writing, decide or discuss the factors that influence your decision, such as personal aspiration, skills, kind of work, environment you prefer. Be sure to include at least 5 word families, as I told you, and 5 phrases or phrasal verbs, as I told you, from the text which we used, which we found from the vocabulary list you have studied in the text. You may focus on personal aptitude, reality, challenges, motivations, peer pressure, sway, remuneration, follow through. Can you see I gave you words just to help you? Of course, in the exam, they will not give you this one, but I'm trying just to tell you how to do the writing, how to make the writing. You have just to follow the paragraph shape. You have to take some words from the text and you have to vary it. You have to vary your sentences. Be creative and express your personal point of view or viewpoint clearly. I prepared writing for you. Okay, let's listen. What kind of a job is right for you? That's a question. I'm trying to invite or to engage students into or readers into reading, because I posed a question. What type or the type of a job that is right for me would definitely be one where I can make significant impact on society. Look how smart is the student. Okay, I need a job which can make an impact, help my society or my community, while utilizing my skills and interests. I use the word skills and interests. I have always been drawn to the field of law, so I will be a lawyer. If you remember, in the previous free writing, I once used the computer technology, the IT guy. I used the being a doctor. I used the being a teacher. Today, I am a lawyer. Okay, I am a lawyer. So, the field of law, as I believe, it requires a high level of aptitude for problem solving and the critical thinking. I use the word aptitude. Becoming a lawyer seems like the ideal choice. As why? Because it would allow me to decide, I use the verb, cases that affects people's lives, and I feel motivated, it's a very nice word, to contribute, to share to the justice system. It's nice. That's the introduction. I said what I want, and I said something about the skills and why do I want it to be. I'd prefer a job in a law firm or public defender, as I enjoy working with others and want to fit in. I used a phrasal verb. Within a team that shares similar values, it's essential for me to work with colleagues, peers, friends who have a shared vision, same idea for justice and fairness. Additionally, beside that, legal career offers a remuneration I need to sustain comfortable lifestyle, good salary, good money. But this is the accomplishment of defending the rights of others that truly inspires me. Okay? The accomplishment, the act of defending people or defending the rights of the people is the true inspire for me. The road to becoming a lawyer is challenging, and I know I will run into, I use a phrasal verb, run into obstacles along the way. However, I am committed to following through. I will keep up with my goals, even if it requires extra effort and perseverance. Going on, movement, perseverance. I feel confident that this career aligns with my strength, and I'm excited to reach out to mentors, to teachers or people who will teach me, who can guide me as I continue this journey. I wrote 3 paragraphs. Paragraph 1, introduction. Paragraph 2, the body. Paragraph 3 is the conclusion. I used the words which they told me about, the derivatives, the word families, and I used as well the phrasal verbs found in the text. Okay, so I hit 2 birds with 1 stone. I used some sentences written out of my own, and I used the words, the vocabulary inside them. If I want to check about my composition to have the full mark, I have to ask myself, have I used 5 words families? Yes. Aptitude, motivate, realize, decide, accomplishment. Phrasal verb. Did I use 5 phrasal verbs? Yes. Fit in, reach out, run into, get into, and follow through. What about the content? Have I clearly explained what the kind of a job is? Yes. And why? Because we have the personal factors like aptitude, skills, interest, motivation, and remuneration. Did I included the challenge? Yes. What about the structure and organization? I used paragraph shape. I organized my ideas logically and made the smoothest transitions and link between sentences. I put introduction or body or conclusion. I use all types of sentences like simple or compound or complex sentences, short or medium or long sentences. All my grammars are correct. There is no spelling mistakes. I avoided repeating the words. I didn't say and. I didn't say but. Okay? I used words, linking words, and I didn't repeat myself over and over again in order to engage students or to engage readers. The length I kept between the 150 and 200. I think I wrote 170 words, 17 lines. I was clear in my writing. Everybody or anyone can read, he will understand. I used simple language. I used well-organized and well-developed sentences, and there were cohesion. There were cohesion. There were uh, smooth transition between words, and I gave examples by explanation. And that's the end of my worksheet of today. I'd like to thank you so much for listening today to me. That was Mr. Abdul Wahab saluting you. Next time, inshallah, we will make the lesson plan of the homophones. What's the meaning of homophones? We will tell the teacher how to teach the part of homophones or the pronunciation, and then we will try to move on into the lesson plan, into the breakdown, into the explanation, and into the worksheet. Thank you so much. That was Mr. Abdul Wahab Jamal saluting all of you, and see you soon, inshallah. Have a nice night. Good night.